So today I wanted to do a quick video here on Forza Horizon 6, and this is mainly with the auction house, guys. And the biggest reason why I wanted to do this is I have seen so many people buying cars in the auction house that they honestly should not be buying. Now, this is kind of aimed for newer players in the game that they're, in the auction house trying to bid cars and trying to make more money that way, but you're kind of costing yourself more money if you're actually doing that because in the auto show, you can buy a lot of the cars in the auto show for cheaper than what they are in the auction house, dude. Now, this is a little bit different, obviously, from the sniping aspect of the auction house as you go in there and try to get rare cars, right? I see a lot of newer players in the auction house when I was trying to go after some cars, guys. I will show this here in the menu. Let me go to the collection journal. I was going after cars I was missing. As you can see, I'm very close to my car collection being maxed out. Make fun of me if you want. But I'm missing a few cars here. As you guys can see, a majority of them are actually in the festival playlist. So I'm missing around 15 or so cars in the game. Yeah, kind of insane, right? But one thing I wanted to do with this, though, is leave this and talk about this in a video because it blew my mind with the amount of people trying to fight for cars in the auction house. And to be real, it makes no sense. Now, a quick example of this, though, let's for right now look at the Regera. I'll show a few other cars here, guys, but looking at the Regera here, if I click on it, hit the wrong button, you can hit purchase, and you can buy the car in the auto show for $2.4 million. Now, if I go back to the auction house, I guarantee y'all it's probably going to be higher than that. Let's go here. Let's head into search auctions, go over to make, and obviously to Koenigsegg. I clicked on Hyundai, Koenigsegg, and then head over to Regera, guys, and then let's see what the cars are actually go. Guys, check this out real quick, okay? This is why I think people are losing their minds a little bit. This is just one example, okay? You guys can't see the other cars here that are 40 minutes for a starting bid of 300,000, okay? We all do know that is not going to stay at 300,000. If you start a bid on that, you will most likely be bidded out and the car will probably be reaching well over a million or higher. And yet these people are doing a starting bid of 2.5 million on the vehicle, and then we also have 2 million here, which is a little bit cheaper than the car itself, and then this one's more than the car. Now, what's interesting about this though is I understand people might need money, but I hate to be that dude. Y'all are going to lose money doing this because if anyone looks at the auto show, I'm not actually going to head into Koenigsegg right now. Head over to Koenigsegg, and then look what we have here, the Regera, 2.4 billion. Now, keep in mind, I am obviously running a discount from the house over there, so if you click on the vehicle, it is going to be a little higher than that, 2.25, okay? Now, guys, I would also recommend buying the house that gives you the 5% booster. It is well worth it. It's right in Tokyo City to the right there. Buy that because it will save you a lot of money. But the one thing I really don't understand is why people are going into the auction house and battling out for some of these cars. Guys, I'm not even kidding you. When I was in the auction house a little bit, I was literally in there battling people for cars, and the cars were going higher than what they were. And I was like, what are y'all doing? Why are you guys paying more for this car? Y'all know it's really trolly too. I even went in there and I was battling people for cars just to get the price higher to see if they'd keep buying the cars for higher than what they costed. And guess what? They literally did. I could not believe it. I was going in there making the cars higher on purpose, like the 918 Spider, for example, or even something like the 599 XX, right? This car right here is 1.9 million. If I go into the auction house and look at the 599 XX, I bet you it is higher than that. What I really do not understand, though, is I understand, okay, I get people are trying to make money from the vehicles. I get you might get some of these cars for free. Maybe you're trying to make money from it. I get that stuff, but also, you're not going to sell the cars, price them super close, guys, okay? Here's another example. The starting bid on these cars is higher than what the car actually costs, okay? It is $2 million. Now, some of the other ones are better. For example, that one is $1 million. It has a bid on it, guys. And just for the sake of this video, I will place a bid on this car for $1 million. The reason why I would do that is I was trying to get cars in here for cheaper. People are bidding wars for the cars to maybe get them cheaper than what they are in the auto show. That is completely good and also fine. As you can see, this person is trying to get this car for 200K. They might not want to spend $1 million on it. 900K for that one is good. 2 million is honestly insane, and these cars are not going to sell. If you guys are looking to make money, this was actually a way to do so. People are saying to get the cars and to sell them for a lot of money in the auction house, but if people are actually looking at the price of the vehicles in here, they would go, oh, because not everyone's going to get the cars from a wheel spin, okay? The Aston Martin Valkyrie, 2.6 million for that car, okay? Let me just look at this one real quick. I'll go into the auction house again and look at the Valkyrie. So head over here. Let's go make Aston Martin. And then the AM Valkyrie is the car we are looking for. Let's see. Probably going to be a lot, $2 million, okay? And again, this car is a little over 2.5. So if you guys are trying to win these bids on these cars, you're probably not going to get it, dude. I mean, people are probably going to battle them out. And what's funny, though, is you might see the cars being lower. Like, for example, right here at 2 million, that's actually a good thing. And he'll probably win that because other people don't want to buy it. And you're still 600,000 under. It's something else I wanted to talk about with the auction house. When you guys are buying these cars, make sure you're paying under what the actual value in the auto show is. Even if it's 200 to 300, 400K, that's dope. But don't go in there and auction house battle somebody in a bidding war for cars that you could literally just go buy cheaper. Someone actually outbidded me on one of the cars, and I was laughing because they were like over 2.5 million on the car. I think it was the 918 Spider. I'm like, okay, bro, you can have it. You know what I mean? I'll just go buy one for 2.2. You can have the car. I really do not understand why people are doing that. And that was the biggest reason why I wanted to talk about this in a video, because I do feel like a lot of players might end up jumping in here thinking they could probably jump in and make a lot of money, or, probably go in there and buy a bunch of cars and do bidding wars. But the thing is, they're paying way more for them than they should be. And a new player is going to cost himself so much money, or herself. I mean, you're going to be in here like, oh, I'll make some money from that. But it's like, you're not going to make money, my dude. Now here, let me go back into the auction house and see if I'm still winning the car. All right, so I'm still winning it with 3 minutes. Let's see if I could pull this one off for $1 million. Now, that would obviously be a win because the car is 1.9 million. The thing is, I understand why people are trying to go into the auction house and bid cars like that, because they could get them for cheaper. That makes complete sense, trying to get the car for way cheaper than what it is, guys. As you can see, I don't own this car. It's 1.9 million, but if I go into here, though, obviously with the house and the 5% thing there, let me click on this. It is $2 million, so I get the car for one. That's why people are battling for the vehicles. But if you guys are in a bidding war, do not go in here and try to go, okay, well, the Enzo is 3.3 million. You go into a bidding war and spend 4.5 million, you're probably going to be laughing, or, 3.5 million. It's like, bro, just buy the car in there for the actual price. It's literally the best way to do it instead of trying to focus on that. I just, and that was the biggest thing, though. I was like, all right, dude, you got to talk about this in a video, because when I was in the auction house for around 2.5 hours, I could not believe the amount of people that were bidding on cars that were way more than what they were in the auto show. Now, if you guys are trying to snipe cars, that's obviously different. And you guys probably did end up seeing my video on the entire, oh, they really do need to fix this entire thing because people are in there trying to battle for cars because the wheel spins are not good. You guys probably saw that video, but I figured I'd mention exactly what I would do if you guys were trying to auction house snipe. And to be honest, it's probably not the funnest thing. But head into your settings here, go to visual accessibility here, go down to moving backgrounds, and make sure this is off. Okay, that's the first thing I would recommend doing. It does make it a little bit faster. Do that for sure. And then the other part of it is simply getting the Peel 50. All right, it's just smaller car, works a little better. People said going offline also works, but to be honest, dude, I got every rare car and sniped all of them by simply being in here with the Peel 50. And when I was doing that, the amount of other cars, and see, guys, I've already gotten outbid on this vehicle. This is perfect. Let me place the bid on this car. Let's just see what happens with it real quick here. So now it's at 1.2 million. Let's see if it will go higher. People will actually bid on the car at the end of it, and then eventually get it above that, because the buyout is 2 million, okay? People can obviously bid right up to that amount, making you pretty much not make any money at all. And what's funny, though, is if you did buy one of these cars out for that price in here, almost making you, okay, here we go. I'm just going to do this because I have the money, guys. Check this out. I guarantee you they're going to keep bidding on the car. Okay, it's 1.4. If they do it again, it's already 1.7. Mind you, this car can be bought for 1.9. You'd save yourself 200K. But you also don't know if the car in the auction house, and I got outbid again, guys. This is this is actually hilarious. Now, should I do it again? I'm going to put one more bid on this thing, and see what happens. I don't even care if I spend a little more money to show you guys this. It's worth it. Okay, 1.7 million, still under what the car costs, all right? And you don't even know if you're getting the car. Here's the insane part. You might get the car and all the skill trees are still used in it. All right, that's the insane part with these cars. So I'm spending 1.7 to show you guys this. People would literally bid these cars all the way past what they are. Now, I probably shouldn't have gotten this car this high. I most likely would have backed out if it wasn't for the video. I probably would have collected my credits, let the other guy have it for 1.6 or whatever. And the funny part is, you can actually troll in the auction house because I was doing this a little bit. You could pretty much go back and forth and bid cars higher and make players pay a lot more money for them. Is that something you should do? Definitely not, but people are spending way more money than they should be. And guys, check this out. I am so glad I showed this right now because this dude bought the car out for $2 million, okay? He went in here, really went in the auction house, bought the car out. I get my $1.7 million back. He went into the auction house, bought this car out for $2 million. And if you do own the house, bro, I'm gonna show this again because we're here right now. If you own the house, you could get this car brand new for 1.9. Okay. And if someone was to use all these skill trees on it, you won't get any of that either. So you get the car that's already used. This can happen if you guys want some special cars. Like, for example, if you buy the F50 or you get the F50, if you actually want the special car in there, someone can use all the things in it and you won't be able to get the other one. That car's right here, by the way. So if you did that in this vehicle, you can't get it. That actually happened with me with the 918. Mind you, I spent 1.4 million on the 918, so it was cheaper. Let me go to Porsche here quick. So if I go over to Porsche, guys, and look at the 918, it is obviously in here. Now, this car can also be earned, by the way, if you want to earn it from the Horizon Play thing by leveling up, but it's 2.1 million with the discounted thing. It's not really that high. I got this car for 1.4, and the entire tree was taken on this car. If you guys are new here, this car, you need this to get the Carrera GT. It's 2.3 million if you don't have the house. Again, get the house, bro. 5% is a pretty big discount. But if you wanted to do that, though, you simply will not be able to get the cars, and people are overspending. Like, someone really just bought that car for $2 million when you could just, if you have the 5% discount with the house, bro, you could just come in here and buy that Ferrari for cheaper than what that guy in there bought it for. Honestly think it's hilarious. People are really battling cars in here. I really do not understand it, to be honest. I really don't. Let's go back over to the Koenigsegg real quick and see what's happening with the Regera. I can't believe this. I'm so happy that happened. I'm so happy that happened when I was recording this. Okay, so 2.5. No one's bidding that, bro. Like, that's more than what the car is, dude. And, of course, someone's going to bid this. Now, the car is not going to sell for 450. All right, this dude's bidding on that for 2. He might win that, might not. 2.5. These people are not selling these cars unless someone has mounted money or they have no idea what the car costs in the auto show. Dude, you're just costing yourself so much money, man. You know what, guys? I could keep yapping about this, but if you're newer or you're looking at deals, please check the auto show first, bro. Don't just go into the auction house and buy cars. I see it happening way too much. And in ways, I might even think there might literally be hundreds of people, maybe even thousands of people going into the auction house, bidding cars and having bidding wars. Maybe you find that fun, but dude, you're spending so much money on the cars when you really don't actually need to do that, which I think is really not worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. Like, go and check it. Your auction house sniping, that is different because those cars are going to be rare. You obviously need the money to get those, even though most of them are not expensive. Then that way you can actually win the car being able to snipe it, even though that's an entirely different issue, which you guys can check out in the previous video, which I'll have on the screen. But do let me know what y'all think about this. And again, this is kind of aimed toward newer players, as I saw Reddit forums about this, all kinds of stuff. I had to talk about this in a video because I'm trying to help people out in these games, dude. And seeing people spend way more money than they should be, it's just, I don't understand it.